I want to vlog.
So guess what?
We're breaking ground.
We got the text that the city approved the permits and everything, which was way faster than we thought it was going to be. It was only like a week and a half.
Yeah, they said it would be 3 to 6 weeks, so we thought we were like a month behind what we had expected.
So we made up some ground there, and we're probably going to be breaking ground in like a few days. Ready to go?
Wait, no, Ellie, she doesn't have shoes on. We're not ready.
We're gonna drive separate so that I can go to work afterwards and Debbie can keep the kids down there and go play with Grandma and stuff like that. Well, this is it.
Yep, here we are at our lot. They broke ground today and we're really excited.
We walked around with the guy that's in charge of the project. We just looked at all of the offsets and the locations, made sure that everything looked good. By this afternoon or tomorrow, they'll probably be done with the actual digging. So off we go.
Yep.
Well, we've gotten lamps and bedding for Debbie. Time for one of my new things. I got a router, the kids got a box. This is one of those things that was gonna go into my shop eventually anyway, and we can use it now for some of the things that we're building for the house. But the rest of this stuff, I'm just gonna return.
No! This is fun! It's breaking! It's breaking! It's breaking!
We're buying molding to make a ton of frames for our gallery wall. That's something we can do right now, is just get the frames made and the pictures ordered and have that ready to go up on the wall.
I told her you can't just point a camera at me, you have to do some of the work too.
I am cutting and cutting and cutting and nothing is happening. Good day at Home Depot when you get to come home with flowers.
So that's everything we need to do the picture frames, plus a few other things. And that should keep us busy for a little while. So it feels kind of weird. We don't normally spend money like this, at least not very often. When we do, we've saved up for a long time. It's very, very deliberate. And now all of a sudden we're like buying a lot of stuff all at once. It's fun to have the projects, and all the money that we're spending has been planned and budgeted out. We've thought about it, but still it's just a little bit weird.
Let's take a minute and talk about the nitty-gritty of the finances, because if you've stumbled upon this vlog and you're not our family or friends, you're probably wondering, what is a home build actually going to cost? For our builder, you have to put down $3,000 or 1/4 of the upgrade cost. The model homes that you walk through have hundreds of thousands of dollars of upgrades. So it's a good idea to maybe walk through a couple of homes that are just about ready to be closed on, see what people actually do for upgrades. We walked through a house that didn't have very many upgrades at all, so we could see what the house would actually be like just if you didn't do any upgrades. And we didn't like it. We loved the model. We didn't like it without the upgrades. So by comparing those two, we could see what upgrades we really needed and which upgrades maybe were nice but superfluous. So be prepared to put money down, at least $3,000. I'm sure most builders have that. You got to have some skin in the game for them to build a home for you. We were lucky that while we were pursuing a custom build, the agent who was helping us purchase the land worked in an office with an agent who was helping someone that wanted to buy an investment property in our area. So we didn't even have to list our home to sell it. The agents just were talking, and the other agent's client came to see our house and they made an offer on it. We were a few months away from listing, but we had already discussed how much we wanted to list for, and they actually offered for that exact number. And they were buying it as an investment property so we could stay living here while we build our home, which was amazing for us. So we went ahead and sold our house without ever listing it, and we're staying here until after our home is done. From the sale of our home, we fully funded our emergency fund for our new mortgage. We had money to put down on the construction deposit. We reserved money for all the upgrades that we want to do in the house that we didn't want to pay Arrive to do, which are quite a few things. We'll get into that in later episodes. You'll see us working hard once the house is done. A yard, blinds and curtains, everything we're going to need to finish the house. So when you're diving into doing a home build, kind of keep that in mind. Like, do I have the cash on hand that I need to do this the way I want to do it? Or do I need to spend more time saving up and budgeting for that?
So we want to have all the picture frames on that gallery wall up the stairwell match and not have to pay custom framing prices. So we hatched the idea of making them ourselves. This is baseboard, and it's got just a little bit of an angle to it. We got these decorative pieces. We are just putting right over the top of it like that, so that it overlaps 1/4 of an inch right here. And then that's kind of the rabbet for the picture to sit in. And so now we're trying to just glue these decorative pieces on right in the right spot. This glue sets like super fast. It's CA glue, so it sets in like 8 or 10 seconds. And then when they're glued on, it'll look like that. And then we can take this whole piece and cut our miters and make picture frames.
Ellie, what are you doing?
I'm making 3 homes for Hannah, Lottie, and Michael. This one is Michael's, and these might be Hannah or Lottie's because they're so close to the same.
Is where your picture is going to go. It's going to be bigger than you in real life. What do you think? I have chosen my favorite pictures throughout the years. The one that I want for this frame is Hannah just a few months ago, so she'll be 2 in the picture, and it's definitely going to be bigger than real life.
pleased with how these turned out. Thank you, Ellie. That was a fun project and not too difficult. Having the paint sprayer was fantastic. What do you think of them? They're your frames.
I love them. I can't wait to see pictures in them. So we finished up all our frames. We're pretty excited to have those done. I'm really excited to order the pictures for them now. And we just found out that they will be pouring the footings soon. So the next episode will be about that. We'll see you next time. Bye. I can see myself.